everybody, I want to come on and talk to you about this week's focus on natural deodorant. Now you may be shaking your head right now thinking that this is a product that you definitely don't want to switch to. And I understand that because I also was hesitant when I first started using it. I was concerned that I would go around smelling like a sub with extra onions, and I didn't want to smell like that. Do you? I know you don't. Anyway, I wanted to talk to you about some of the ingredients in traditional antiperspirants and deodorants which are cause for concern and why you might want to consider switching over to something more natural. First of all, the way that traditional antiperspirants work is that they clog or close the pores underneath the underarms so that you cannot sweat. And you might think, oh, that's a great thing, but it's actually not, because what's happening is it's trapping the toxins that have been accumulated there from the lymphatic system to be excreted. And if they can't get out, then what happens to them? They're then recirculated through the body, through the bloodstream, and deposited into sensitive areas such as the breast tissue. Now, with 1 in 8 women in the United States being diagnosed with breast cancer each year, that's cause for concern. And also, men are not immune to it. Over 400 men each year die from breast cancer. While that doesn't seem like a huge statistic, it is still something that needs to be considered, that men are not immune to this either. So, what is it that traditional antiperspirants and deodorant have in them that is cause for concern? It has several ingredients that we need to talk a little bit about. First of all, aluminum compounds. That's actually what helps to close or clog those pores, and it's been linked. Those compounds have been linked to Alzheimer's disease. There have been several studies that have been released even in the past few years that show clearly the link between those. So definitely want to stay away from it. They also can cause cancer as well as skin irritation. Another biggie is parabens. Parabens, you've heard a lot about in the news. They are endocrine disruptors. They are also considered environmental toxins. They have been linked to cancer as well as reproductive disorders and allergens. Another big one, which I've talked a lot about in the past, is phthalates. Phthalates are chemicals that are put into plastic during the manufacturing process, and they help the plastic to bend and flex without breaking. And they're also put into our personal care products. Why? I don't know. But I do know that they have been linked to cancer, to birth defects, infertility, as well as their allergens. Another big one is propylene glycol. Folks, this is a skin, eye, and lung irritant. It is also has been linked to reproductive and fetal neurotoxin, which causes kidney and liver damage. That's huge, right? Another one is talc. If you're like me, I grew up using talc powder because it helped to control moisture and wetness. Talc is actually, as you know, been in the news as well because it's a non-reproductive organ system toxin. It's also a possible carcinogen, something you need to stay away from. The last big one that you need to consider is triclosan. Triclosan is an antibacterial agent that's been banned in several countries. The reason? Because it has been shown to contribute to the development of antibiotic-resistant bacteria. Now, when you hear the superbugs, this is something that is contributing to that, and you're putting that underneath of your arm. So anyway, what do you do instead? Well, Lemongrass Spa has come up with a line of natural deodorants that include 3 different products. The first one is a spray. This has witch hazel in it, aloe vera gel, and this helps to give a little bit of protection. I use this specifically more in the winter when I know I'm not going to be perspiring as much, or if I've just taken a shower in the evening and want to put a little something light on, this is great for that. We also have a deodorant paste. The deodorant paste has baking soda in it, as well as arrowroot and a few other ingredients. And this actually helps to control the odor that you may have, and also some of the wetness. It's not going to prevent you from sweating because it doesn't close those pores, but it provides a bit of a barrier. So this is really great. Now, I want to mention, because this has baking soda in it, this can be irritating in the beginning, and you also and so what you do is, if you use it in combination with a spray, I find that I do better when I have that moisture barrier between my skin and the baking soda in this product. Together they work really well though. You know, one thing to consider as well though is that you do not want to use this right after you've shaved, because it will cause some irritation with that as well. So I'm just trying to give you a few tips to make this a little bit easier of a switch. The other thing that we have is we have stick deodorants. This is actually the one for men. Both of my sons as well as my husband use this with great success. They're outdoorsy people, love being outside, and they've had, you know, they've had nothing but compliments to say about those. So on that note, I need to let you know that you will go through a detox process, which typically lasts about 30 days or so. And what's happening is those pores that have been clogged or closed are opening, and the bacteria loving, or the sweat loving bacteria that's been trapped underneath the skin, which causes odor, is now coming up and out. So one of the things that you want to do is you want to detox, and what you can use is our activated or detoxifying activated charcoal bar soap. You use that every day underneath of your arms, and that will help to control the odor by pulling those toxins up and out, clearing that out of your body. So you can use that daily. Another thing that you can use too is our detoxifying charcoal face polish. It's not just for your face, and you're probably thinking, why would I use or face polish on my underarms? Well, what you're doing is you're, first of all, because it has the charcoal in it, it will help to pull up and out more toxins, but it also will get rid of that top layer of dead skin cells, so that the pores can open more and it can release more of those toxins to come out. So anyway, another great thing. The other thing that you can use too is we have a detoxifying charcoal face mask. That's something that you can use once a week, and that will help to, again, to draw up and out those impurities and allow the good bacteria underneath of your arm to flourish. So face mask once a week. You can use the face polish twice a week or so. Even though I'm not in the detox process anymore, I use this in the summer a little more frequently, because I want to, make sure that, I'm controlling any odor that there might be. So those are the things that I suggest. And then the detoxifying charcoal bar soap with the activated charcoal and bentonite clay, which are good for drawing out impurities. All great things to help you make that transition. So if you're find that you perspire quite a bit still, even with these, I wanted to recommend that you also can use non-GMO cornstarch. They sell it on Amazon. You can get that with a little powder puff and just use a little bit after you've used these products. Just put a little bit on after that, and that will help to control the moisture or wetness that you might experience. Or you can also use arrowroot powder in the same way, just with a little powder puff, and just powder underneath of your arms, and you're good to go. So anyway, so those are some of the things that I wanted to share with you about our natural deodorant line. If you have questions, please let me know. If you would like to try it, we do have the 30-day challenge that you'll see coming up in a couple of days on the post, and I'm here to answer any questions that you have, and I wish you luck. I'll talk with you soon. Bye.